shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Woo! Yes.
Ashe.
Ashe. Wow, so much to celebrate.
Yes.
First, I'll say that I want to celebrate that I'm actually here, comfy and cozy, in the media room at Rythmia. So I've been away for a couple of very good months, and so it's so great to be celebrating this week with the both of you.
Thank you.
Tiffany and Adewale. Adewale, why don't we, even before we even start this wonderful journey that you both have been on, what does your name mean?
So Adewale means the crown has arrived home. Ade means crown. Wale means arrived home.
Mm-hmm.
So it's usually given to boys, male children that were given birth to after a grandfather or great grandfather has passed away who had a royal title. So it means
So
that
beautiful.
they're assuming that the grandfather was reincarnated.
Wow.
And the crown is back.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, it is a great honor to be wing to wing, soaring with the both of you. I know that you have had quite a week, and what a way to start the new year.
Absolutely.
So Tiffany, share with us, how did you even hear the call to coming to Rythmia?
Oh, I love that. Gosh, I would say it started with this feeling of not being seen and heard. And when I started to unpack that, I recognized that I wasn't connected to myself. And so others couldn't fully connect with me either. And I just felt this yearning to connect with myself and to know myself. And then one day I just got this image of me in nature at peace. And I didn't know what that meant and where that version of me was, but I wanted to get to her.
Wow. True soul retrieval,
yes,
as we call it.
Love it.
Wow, beautiful. And for you, the call?
The call for me has been one that has been going on for quite a while. I follow a few spiritual teachers who are advocate for ayahuasca, and they've had experiences with it that I've been able to listen to and learn from. So I knew that it was something that I would like to do at one point in my life. And the last 2 years has been quite a journey that has showed me a lot about myself and has also revealed a lot of my shortcomings, a lot of areas that I could improve on. I do coaching myself in my practice, and being able to help people improve and gain new skills to navigate life better. I felt like I needed a divine coach in myself, right? And I mean, what a better way to get divine coaching other than to come to ayahuasca and just surrender and let her, help you merge your soul and recreate a path to move forward. So I knew that I needed a transformation, and I knew that ayahuasca would be able to, help me connect the dots. So that's what brought me here.
Amazing.
Yeah.
When we had a chance to powwow, as I like to call it,
yes.
Really the two of you, as you did your own individual work, also were able to connect on a much deeper level as husband and wife.
Yes.
And so now that it's, we're almost towards the finish line, we're going to dance. We're going to dance in Dance Liberation at 3:00.
Yes.
I'd love to hear from you, Tiffany. What did you learn as you were learning about yourself and you merged with your soul at all costs and healed your heart? What did you learn about your husband?
Oh, that's a beautiful question. I learned that he was the thing that I needed and that I was running away from, if that makes sense. So his inner child loves to play. And that's the thing for me that I realized that I wasn't connecting with play in my life. And it showed up as agitation. But coming to Rythmia, I understood that the thing that
feels like it's an agitation is the healing that we need. So his inner child was actually trying to heal my inner child, and I was resisting that. So I had a tremendous amount of gratitude the first couple of days that we were here, and it was just such an overwhelming feeling of just connection and intimacy to him that I hadn't felt before.
Wow. Wow. So much joy,
Yes.
right?
Yes, absolutely. Yep.
Wow. Beautiful. And for you?
Yeah, for me, it's very similar, really. We both say this thing that we're both each other's shadow. We reflect different sides of each other. For me, it's really been able to work on empathy, to be able to understand some of the feedbacks that she's given me, some of the experience that she's had as a result of my actions. For every action, there's a reaction. And there are roles that I play in, everything we've gone through, from arguments to lack of intimacy at some point. And I just see it as, this is not important. Let's move on. We're aligned on the most important basis. But this journey has allowed me to see that, okay, you need to also take a moment to think through how she feels and put yourself in her shoes, because it's important for you to use that as a cultivating route for intimacy. And that was quite a lesson for me, because generally I'm not a very empathetic person. I've always had to fend for myself in this world. I knew that all I had was myself, and I'll try my best and leave the rest. But throughout this journey, I felt the presence of having like, you're never alone. You have a whole army, you have a whole universe behind you. In fact, there was a vision around that I felt like, I started crying at one point, and when I just closed my eyes, I saw a lot of people, ancestors, and just different existence entities in the world, in the universe, that were with me crying along. And that was just, confirmation that, I really wasn't alone. And buying into that allows me now to show empathy more to people, and to people that are close to me as well. So, yeah.
Now, I want to go back to what you said about intimacy, and we tend to limit it to the physical aspect of intimacy when it comes to relationships. But more important is that spiritual and that soulful connection of intimacy, and that's one of the things that I felt like we were missing. Depth there, and we talked about that a lot. Intimacy being the ability to see into me. But as I said before, I had lost that ability to connect with myself, and so it made it hard for him to connect with me, and vice versa. So Rythmia called us here to rejoin us to ourselves and to each other. I believe that.
Wow. I love how you said Rythmia called us here, because it's true. The medicine calls us home. And you can never be ready, and yet there's a readiness because you said yes to the call, right? And then you just allow for the miracle to unfold.
Yes.
So beautiful.
Yes.
I'm so honored that I got to connect with you guys, and I got to witness you. I was watching you from day one. I always like to, assess and feel out, and so thank you for sharing the depth of your soul, the depth of your transformation, and all that you're returning home with.
Yes, thank you. It's been a great experience.
Amazing. Is there anything that you would love to share as we start bringing our soul song to a closing?
You want to go first?
I would say just answer when the call comes, say yes. If you don't know why you're being pulled, just trust and surrender and say yes. Your soul will thank you, and you will be so happy for it. Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah, and for couples out there, either married couples or folks that are in relationships, come together to Rythmia. Bring each other here and go through this experience together. It's one that would definitely create a lifelong bond, because you'll be able to see each other in a different light. You'll be able to have more understanding of each other's feeling and emotions, and be able to show more mercy and acceptance, and more less judgment to each other, which is really important in relationships. You have to be able to let aside ego and be of service to the other person. So I recommend this for couples to really give it a shot.
So what a great way to enter again the new year.
Yes.
And Tiffany, you want to say or sing a song for us to close? It could be the same one if you'd
Yes,
like.
absolutely. As we go into the new year with new perspective and having this experience, I am definitely going to continue letting my light shine. So this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Happy New Year. And yes, come join the celebration of life, the miracle
Yes.
of life. And may this be an inspiration for all of you who have tuned in today. So much love.
Spasiba.
Hey.